Hi guys, welcome. Another painting session with me, Niki Jackson of nikijacksonart.com. Welcome everybody joining, and thank you so much to the replay viewers. Today we're going to get started on a new painting. This is one of my other ones from the 100 Days of Paintings project, and I'm kind of taking inspiration from this. Thanks so much for the hearts. The flowers at the bottom, I'm kind of taking inspiration from that, and I'm going to add in some collage paper flowers as well into the painting, and we're just about to begin. So let's get started. Right, let's get the camera set up. Okay, need to flip it, I think. There we go. Right, I've sketched out a very rough sketch onto my birch plywood canvas. It's a church, and I'm going to have a sunset over here and over here, and I'm going to have loads of flowers all across here. I'm going to paint some of them, and some of them will be done with paper flowers as well. So if you've got any art questions for me as we go, then please feel free to ask them in the chat box. I'll try and catch as many of them as I can while I work. So first of all, I'm just going to lay in some base colours. So the sky, I will be doing a sunset sky on this, but to start with I'm going to lay in some blue. I think this size canvas is 10 by 8, so another big one for me, which is fairly new. I usually work quite small. The paint I'm using is actually Crafters acrylic paint, and come in all lots of different colours, and I really love the effect that they give because they dry kind of matte, so you can draw over the top of them. A lot of acrylic paints dry glossy, and they don't take pencil so well over the top. So keep getting little hairs on the canvas, so just remove that. If you know anybody who really enjoys art as well, please feel free to invite them to this scope. I'd really appreciate it. My name is Niki Jackson of NikiJacksonArt.com, and I'm currently working my way through a 100 Days of Paintings project, which I set back in January of this year, and I'm currently up to day 78, and had a break over the summer and now getting back to it, and pretty much trying to achieve a painting a day. The bigger ones take probably a couple of days, but I'm really enjoying having new things to share with you all. And if you're wondering how the whole 100 Days of Paintings project works, it's basically that I send out a painting to my email list most days, and those on the list have the opportunity to buy it at a special discounted rate. So if you would like to be in on the email list, then all you have to do is go to my website, NikiJacksonArt.com. That's Niki JacksonArt.com, and you can see a sign up box there, and just make sure to click originals so that you get onto the right list to receive the daily emails. I usually send them out about 6:30 UK time, so that should be a good time for everybody all over the world. I'm going to go in and do the base colours for the hills now. I think I'm going to do the lighter green on this side. If you have any art questions for me, please feel free to type them into the chat box, and I'd be happy to try and answer them for you. And if you're watching the replay and you've got a question for me, feel free to message me on Twitter. I'm Vintage Niki, the same as on Periscope. So I'd love to hear from you. Getting used to the fact that these paintings take a lot longer for me to paint the base colours of, because they're so much bigger than what I'm used to. I usually work on little 4x4 hearts or 4x4 canvases, so they are much smaller. I'm enjoying the challenge though of working bigger. That's better, you can see a bit more It always surprises me how different it looks to what I can see on my view of the camera, and to what you can see is actually quite different. So I'm just having a look there on my other phone to see, make sure you can see it all. There we go. Finding my other green paint. I've got this nice soft green by Deco Art that I'm going to use. Thanks so much guys for joining me. I'd love to say hi to you properly, and let me know your name and where you're watching from today. So just putting in the base colours, some really basic flat colours right now. Lots of layers to be built up yet, so hang in here with me. I think I'll go in and do another layer of the blue before I start adding in all the sunset colours. Welcome everybody, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new to me, I'm Niki Jackson of NikiJacksonArt.com, and I create whimsical folk art paintings. Today I'm working on a new painting for my project 100 Days of Paintings, where I try to create something new most days. I'm just back from a break over the summer, so up to day 78 today, and enjoying being able to share my painting experience with you on Periscope. Don't forget to say hi and let me know your name and where you're from today. We would love to meet you. So what's everybody up to today, this lovely Friday? Anybody going to be creating today? Making any art at all? You're very quiet today, guys. If you can hear me all right, could you say something in the chat or send some hearts so I know that you can hear what I'm saying? Okay guys, can you hear me now? Just type yes in the chat box or send some hearts. Let me know if you can hear me. Here you guys, just checking the sound. Looks like it's all okay. Okay, I'm going to grab some colours to do the sunset now. I'm going to use some of my other professional acrylic paints. We've got Liquitex Heavy Body acrylic in pink, and I've got this lovely Naples yellow, which is Winsor & Newton Galleria. I think they're the main ones that I use mostly. I'm going paint in that sunset now. I think I might go in with the blue again and just lighten it up a little bit, and then add in the sunset colours. Just get the green off my big brush. There's a really light layer of blue, so I can mix in some white. I usually blend wet and wet, depending on the look I'm going for, but it's usually wet and wet. I'm going to go and add in some white now to really soften up the sky before I add the sunset. That's a lot better. Right, I'll let that dry for a minute. Let's move on to doing the hills again. I'm going to add in some shading and highlights into these hills now. we'll start with the one up here first. You can see the colour's a lot stronger now. It's got more depth to it as I've put on. This will be the third layer. And I'm going to go in with some brown. I've got Anita's all-purpose acrylic, earth brown, one of my favourites. Give it a good shake. And I'm going to add in some white as well. I'll do it over here where the sun's going to be, in the middle. Just give it some highlight. And we'll do the same with the other heel. And now while it's wet, we're going to go in with the brown. These little bits keep coming up. I think it's where the paint dries in the bottles. You get these little lumps, which is really annoying. I'm going to put lots and lots of flowers on this hill, so this is going to dramatically change as I work on it. Let's put some white in now. Put her on this corner where the sunset is going to be. Gives the painting movement as well. Right, so now I think we're ready to start putting in the sunset. So I'm going to change my brush and open the Naples yellow. It's a gorgeous sunny colour. Let's see if you can see that. We need to build up the layers of this as it's on a blue background. Welcome everybody who's now joining. I'm working on day 78 of my paintings for my project 100 Days of Paintings, and my name is Niki Jackson, and you can find my work on nikijacksonart.com. I'd love it if you would all say hi and let me know your names and where you're from. It's really good for me to be able to interact with you all. If you've got an art question for me, please feel free to ask me. Hi Melly, welcome. Alright, I don't want to go too overboard with the colours, so I'm going to just put in some white now. probably need another coat of yellow before that's finished. I'm going to put lots and lots of flowers all along here, and they're going to be a mixture of hand painted flowers and collage paper flowers. So we'll just wait for this part to thoroughly dry, and in the meantime let's decide what colour to paint the church. Now I could do it white or I could do it grey. What do you guys think? White or grey? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, let's start with white, and then we can always change it. Oh, thanks so much for the hearts, I really appreciate it. I usually do use white to block in areas anyway. Characters, buildings, that kind of thing. So we'll start with white, and then we can decide. Okay, that's what we got so far. I'll show you the paper flowers that I use. I've got a whole jar of them here. These are Prima paper flowers, and you can get them in all different colours. You can see I've got all different kinds there. So I'll be using those to go along the hill here. I find a really good colour combination. I can see it's still quite wet there, so let's just move this along for a minute and I'll show you some of the flowers. Some little ones as well. Blues, white. My favourite, of course, is pink, but I've probably used most of those up already. Got the brown ones as well. I've got these little red ones, but they tend to bleed everywhere, so I'm not so keen to use those ones. Purple one. So guys, what colour combo do you think I should use for the flowers on this painting? I found one pink one. Pink, purple, blue, white. Maybe those? Since I've only got one pink, I probably should take that one out and change it for a different colour. Maybe a darker blue. You see how the colour combination is really going to change the atmosphere of the piece, because if I add in yellow, you can see that totally changes things. Or if I added in green, that makes it much more cooler palette. Or that kind of beigey colour, it's quite nice. So I'll have to think about that one, guys. See which ones to use tomorrow, or actually Monday now, because it's Saturday tomorrow. So thanks guys for watching me. I think I'll wrap it up now because we've been going for quite a while. Let's show you one last look of the painting. This is what we've got so far. Got the sunset there and the hills, and I'm going to be painting lots and lots of flowers on there, and sticking lots of these collage paper flowers on as well. So join me next time, probably Monday, same sort of time. And thanks so much for the replay viewers as well. If you would like to see more of my art, you can find it at nikijacksonart.com. Thanks again guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!